What's up, y'all? Peace. We're here to sit here and talk about how many XRP coins, or you could talk about it in general with any coin. How many coins do you need? Frequently asked question, and this is the way I'm gonna put it. Figure out your wants and needs. Figure out how long do you not want to work. Figure out, do you want kids in the future? Do you have a kid already? Do you want to send that kid to college? Do you want to sit there and have the money ready for them to start a business? Do you even want to start a business? Do you want a house? What kind of house? How much is the house? Do you want houses? Multiple houses? Do you want a car or do you want multiple cars? How much do all these things cost? And what I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna sit here and say, do is get a piece of paper and write down all your wants and needs. Like I said, do you want a house? How much does that house cost? Write down the house that you want. Sit here and write the price down. How much is their insurance gonna cost? Write that down also. Trying to come out with an average of like figure out the maintenance and do the same with the car. You know, do you want to pay it straight out or are you making monthly payments? Things you want to sit here and figure out for yourself. Same with your child. How much does it cost for you to take care of your child yearly? Do you want kids? You already know if you're gonna have one kid, that's at least $250,000 from what I've seen from the research that people be posting up. So, and then you got multiple kids, so you know, you just keep adding that $250,000 onto it until they're like 18. I think that's what the average they say is to take care of a child now. It's like $250,000, but these are all things you want to sit here and think about. And also write down. And then, you know, your essentials to, you know, living, you know, food, toilet paper, soap, toothpaste, all that you want to sit here and write. Every single little thing down that you sit here and spend money on today. And then figure out your yearly cost on all these things. And for an example, I'm 31. Average lifespan for us in America, I believe might be in the 80s range. So you want to plan towards like the 80 to 90 range. Let's just say for an example, you want like 31. I want to sit here and plan to not work ever again. So you'll want to sit here and figure out your monthly needs and wants, or what you want to need until you're that age. So figure out that calculation. So do the math, write down everything you want and need, and do the math on that. Also, another thing to throw in there, do you want to get married? Do you have a spouse? Figure out their wants and needs too. Don't forget about her or him. But like I said, that's something else you can sit there and throw in there just to, you know, start off your list to see how much you need to sit here and be buying after you figure out those calculations. And then figure out and then you want to sit there and go do the math after you figure out that number of your wants and needs. You want to sit here and do the math on how many XRP coins do I need, at what price do you need XRP to sit there and hit so you can be financially free. So let's just sit here and say, for an example, you come up with, you need $3 million. You need $3 million, right? Don't quote me on the math, because I'm not a big math head, not a math geek, but let's just sit here and you said you bought $1,000 of XRP at $1. So XRP would need to hit 3,000 maybe. Let me pull out my goddamn calculator. Just so I can make sure I'm telling this right. So $1 times 1,000. Let me hit this. Yeah, 3,000, you get $3 million. And let's just sit here and say you gotta wait for it to hit 3,000 to sit here and spend to get all that you want. That's just if you have just 1,000 XRP and all your wants and needs, like your house, car, to get married, or to even sit here and put your child through college and get the cars that you want. That's $3 million. So if you have just 1,000 XRP and you bought it at $1, you have to sit there and wait for it to hit $3,000. And we already know XRP will go way past that, but that's just for an example for you to use. So if you have just 1,000 XRP and your house, car, pay for the wedding, or even to get out debt free if you have any debt, and to send your kids to college, and you come up with that number, that's all the things you want. $3 million is what you came out to. You need to wait for XRP to hit $3,000 for you to sit here and take care of all that. So that's what you need to sit here and be doing. Figure out your wants, needs, what you got to sit here and take care of. And then to bring it back to the other point, how long do you want to not work? So if you got $3 million at $3,000 and you only bought $1,000 at $1, you might have to sit here and wait for XRP to hit $10,000. So you can have 10 million. See what I'm saying? Then you got 7 million to sit there and live your life until you're in your 80s. But that's what you need to sit here and start doing. Be thinking about what you want, what you need, write it down, your essentials, everything. It's the main thing you need to sit here and do, because that's going to save you a whole lot of headache for when them numbers do come. So you're not sitting here just splurging money all willy-nilly, and to keep a reminder of yourself, like what you want and need. But that's all I came to sit here and talk about. Oh yeah, I'm at the park. We just had a little walk and talk. Sitting here walking in the middle of a football field. But yep, write down your wants, needs, your essentials, do the calculations and the math on that. And then sit here and see how many coins you need to buy and what price do you need XRP to hit, so you can sit here and accomplish those goals that you sat there and you written down. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.